Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Top Producers Nation podcast. This, of course, is the podcast to help more agents become top producers in your desired market. We also are committed to helping team leaders and brokers develop more top producers on their existing teams, helping them with their recruiting, attracting the right talent, and ultimately developing leaders in their organization. And so, as you might know, we are powered on the local level here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida. We're at the studio right now on the corner of West Shore and Kennedy in South Tampa. And we are powered locally by the Tampa Bay Real Producers franchise, where we feature the top 500 producing agents that are in the market. That is a monthly magazine, as well as a ton of events and this podcast and other programs designed to feature those top 500 agents. So our guest here today in studio was actually featured in our May issue as a rising star in the Tampa Bay area, and that is Rima Olabi. Rima is with Home Smart Tampa. Good to have you in studio. Rima, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
No doubt.
Dawn.
I'm
I
excited.
Really appreciate it.
I'm excited to have you. Rima and I got a chance to meet recently at one of our MVP socials due to being featured in the magazine. She was invited to attend one of our socials where we gave her like a framed copy, I believe, of her article.
Yes.
And it was cool to be able to spend a little bit of time with chat with you about your story. And so I felt like it was perfect to have you in studio so that we can dig in a little bit more for people who might not know yet your story. And I guess we'll start there with your background a little bit. So you grew up in Syria.
Yes, I'm originally from Syria. I was raised and born there in the capital, Damascus.
Yeah. A lot of history in Damascus.
Yes, it's one of the oldest, basically.
Absolutely.
Capital in the world.
Without a doubt.
And believe me, you should go there and visit it one time. It's really a very nice city.
Does most of your family still live there?
No, I'm sure that you know that we were under like a civil
Sure.
war
Yeah.
for last over 15 years now.
Right.
And my immediate family are not there anymore, but I still have aunts, uncles, friends there.
They stayed throughout the war and everything, huh?
Yeah, they did. Some people they don't have any other options,
Sure.
so they stuck. Thanks God, now everything stopped. The war stopped. Now the country start to be, trying to go back to normal again. Start building whatever the war destroyed.
Yeah.
So
Is it getting back to what you would consider to be more normal functioning society versus, I know there was a lot of it was war torn with, you saw obviously pictures on the news of just crumbling buildings and everything of that nature, but it seems like it's not that picturesque anymore, huh?
No.
Okay.
They start to build it, but they need years to basically. There were a lot of damages happen in the whole Syria
For sure.
country, and some cities were totally destroyed.
Yeah.
So that's need time, but hopefully, all the wars now are helping us to rebuild Syria.
Yep.
So hopefully we will be back where we were, or even better. So,
Yeah, no doubt. Makes sense. I study, I'm a Christian. I study the Bible as much as I possibly can. So you hear a lot about even Paul's journey to Damascus back in the New Testament. And a lot of, that was one of the first cities actually where Christians gathered back in those days.
And we have a lot of very nice monumental for Christianity religion. So you have to go there. You have to visit it.
Yeah, I look forward to
it's
it.
Really nice.
I have been to Israel. This was years ago, but never had an opportunity to go to Damascus at all. So I'll have to get some time out there in the Middle East. With our 6 little kids, it's hard to travel as much as it used to be.
I can
But
imagine.
I'm going to shut this sucker off so it doesn't disturb us again here. But you were saying, so you grew up there. Now you left about 15 years ago, right?
Yes, I left about 15 years ago. I came to United States. Actually, I've been here for 15 years. At the beginning, it was a little bit shocked. Different society, different rules.
Sure.
Everything is different. And
did you know anybody in the States at the time?
Actually, what happened is I used to have a big company running a business over there, and then because of the war, we had to shut it off.
What kind of business was that?
It was in the food technology.
Okay.
So my background is totally different.
Yeah.
And then And then at that time, I met my ex-husband now
Okay.
in Syria, and he used to live here in the United States. So I moved here with him. And then I was at the beginning, I don't have a friend here.
Yeah. So was
And-
that to Tampa Bay that you moved to?
Yeah.
Okay.
To Tampa, yes. And even Tampa, like 15 years ago, it wasn't like now.
Very
right?
different. Yeah, for
Very
sure.
Yeah, I was like, I came from the capital, Damascus,
Yeah.
where like it's comparing to New York City.
Right.
It's a
A lot of
crowd-
hustle and bustle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here, like, oh, after 10 o'clock, there is nothing open. What's going on, you know? Yeah, so it was a little bit shocking and for me at the beginning. And then I start to used to it. Like,
Yeah.
start to use, okay, take it easy. You don't have to feel like the stress all the time
Yeah.
as we used to live in the capital.
Yep. You got to get used to that slower Florida lifestyle,
Exactly, exactly.
So what got you involved in real estate? Did you have an interest in it at all prior to getting involved?
So when I moved here at the beginning, unfortunately, I wasn't surrounded with very good, encouraging people. So I keep hearing all the time that, hey, you have to start anything. You have to start with the minimum wage jobs, which for me, it's really down. Like I used to run my own business,
Right.
and now going back to level 0.
No doubt.
Yeah,
That doesn't
so-
sound very appealing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I worked in Bank of America as a teller,
Okay.
and basically these things helped me a lot later on to sharpen my sales skills.
Sure.
And real estate, it was always in my mind. My dad, he is a real estate developer.
Oh,
in
he is?
Syria.
Okay.
And he has a PhD in civil engineer, and he's a big real estate developer.
Nice.
And
So it was in the blood a little bit.
yes, exactly. And believe me, like I used to go with him since I was a little kid to the site.
Very
so
cool.
I used to see how they do the apartment buildings.
Sure.
So over there is a little bit different. Most of us live in the apartment building. So he used to
Is that
build
what
it.
he would develop, was apartment
Yes,
buildings? Okay.
exactly. From the ground up. He used to take my opinion. Do you think this cabinet would match this countertop? You know, like
Yeah.
So we are involved in this. So
Okay.
So I always have this passion about houses.
Is he still there or is he in the States
No,
now?
he's here.
He is,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
Is he in development still?
Actually, when he moved here,
Retired?
Yeah, he
gotcha.
decided like retire because it's a little bit different rules. So
For
you
sure.
have to go to So he decided no, I prefer to retire.
Okay.
Yeah. He runs here a little bit of rentals properties
Okay.
for us, but that's it. Like
Got it.
so that's why when I
So what year did you get licensed here?
in 2020.
Okay.
yeah.
Right in the middle of COVID.
Yes,
Perfect time.
Yes,
Okay.
at the end of 2020, actually, at the end of it.
And so you were already in your mind leaving the Bank of America job at that point. and-
Exactly.
yeah.
So I, my kids were young, and also it was my divorce just started, like this journey of divorce. So it wasn't a pleasant time for
Yeah.
me. But at the same time, in my mind, okay, you have to find something. You have to find a career, you know,
For sure.
where you can grow. Where can I have in my mind, like I have a stability for income for my kids.
Yep.
Even though like real estate does not give you this.
Yeah, some people wouldn't view real estate as that stable income, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you know,
But if you're good at it, it can be.
it could, yes, exactly. And also, you know, like I saw that how my numbers in sales in Bank of America was really high,
Yep.
and I love real estate. So, and I love people also. This kind of person that very social, you know,
For sure.
like yeah.
So it was all the qualities needed to be a successful agent.
Exactly. So that's why I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna start it, and thanks God, I think
You've done well.
yes,
You've done
I'm
very
doing
well. Obviously,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be here if you didn't. So
Yeah.
congrats on the success you've had. Now, did you speak English when you came over initially? Is that something you picked up when you got here?
No, actually, so Arabic is our first language.
Okay.
And then after Arabic, I studied French
Okay.
as the second language, and actually English was my third language.
So do you speak
yeah.
three languages today?
Three languages.
What's your main language at home?
Arabic.
You do. Okay. There you
yeah,
go.
still Arabic, I know English, of course, and my master degree back home, it was like we studied the curriculum in English.
Yeah.
But, still is different, especially when you dig inside of real estate and those expressions and word. Like
I'm sure. English, as they say, is one of the hardest languages to learn because it's so wacky.
Exactly.
With the different, same word means 4 different things and all that stuff. So when you got licensed in 2020, what was that first year like for you, if you remember? Did you, I know you didn't really have much of a network here other than I guess you did through the banking a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What did that first year look like for you?
So it was a little bit challenging at the beginning. In my mind, the big fears is going to be, how I'm going to gain trust from people, even for me, myself, like when I bought my house and so it's a big financial decision,
Of course,
so
biggest of most people's lives.
exactly. So for me, it was a little bit challenging where I'm gonna have my transactions coming from, how people gonna trust me, or how gonna people work with me, and especially when you first starting in real estate, you have this fears that people gonna say you don't have experience.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Totally.
like always people ask how long you've been in this.
Yeah.
So like.
Well, I just got licensed last month.
So
Sign here.
Exactly. Do you know what you're doing?
We'll figure it out together.
So it was really challenging at the beginning, but
Did you start with people you knew through the banking job, or was it complete strangers from the very beginning?
No, it was complete strangers.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened is, when I started, I said, okay, I'm gonna my target is to help people.
Yep.
Okay, especially my Arabic community, because for some of them, they are clueless about this transactions.
Totally.
Or what is the steps, what we should do. Some of them even they will have a challenge with the language.
Yep.
Because they need to understand fully
Totally.
what's going on, what they're signing on.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that, whether like a lot of your client base has the same Arabic ties.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it does.
Exactly.
Was that from the very beginning that you were
Yes.
able to serve a lot of that audience?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
so
smart. Makes
that's
a lot of
what
sense.
helped me a lot. So what happened is I was starting to put my name in front of the people. People start talking to me. And can you believe that my first transaction in real estate was for a family? They moved from the Virgin Island.
Okay.
And they never saw the property. They trust me to close on the property and put the keys for them on the front door.
Nice.
So they're coming in a couple of days and they pick it.
Very nice.
So it was for me at the beginning, is it real?
Yeah.
Okay, how those
Dream
people,
come true, huh?
Exactly. And they talk to me, they trust me over the phone. Of course, I was taking all the caution, measurement and speaking and making sure that I'm doing everything 100% right, because I feel like at that time it's double the responsibility.
For sure.
Because I'm doing this.
Yeah.
They are just with me on the phone doing video tours and I'm
Yeah.
their eyes.
You don't want to be misleading them at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was really challenging, but after that, oh my God, okay.
Very cool.
Exactly. And
So did you find like a specific, I know you mentioned that the Arabic community was a big resource for you. Was that how did you connect specifically with the Arabic community? Was there like a certain mosque or a church, or was it more just online? Was it through just your network that you knew, and then people came to you because you started telling them through your Facebook community that you were now a realtor? What did that connection look like?
So actually, it was all the combination of all of this.
Okay.
So we are the Arabic community are really big.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's getting bigger and bigger right
Sure.
now in Tampa Bay area. So it was like connections, refers from
Referral-based, yeah.
people. Yeah. Word of mouth. Some people, they meet me at the beginning, and then even if they don't do any transaction with me at the moment, but they recognize my name, and then they will tell other people that, hey, if you are looking for a house, call Rima.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that still true today? Like
Yes.
most of the business that you're doing, is it just off of organic
Yes.
referrals and people you've known who now love you and referred you to other people? That's
Exactly.
kind of how it's grown, right?
Yeah, and this is to me like this is a very nice and rewarding things, to be honest with
Yeah,
you. Like
that's a
to
perfect
feel
business you want.
exactly to feel that people trust me and also trust me to refer me. So this is my biggest reward.
Do you remember how many deals you did in your first year?
In my first year, I think it was around 12 transactions.
So that's healthy
something
for
like
sure.
this.
So
Yeah.
averaging, say, like one a month at least.
Yeah.
And again, that was just building the pipeline, getting things
Exactly.
moving a little bit. And I know we talked earlier that you did over 30 transactions last year. That was 2025. Has each year just grown a little bit more for you?
Yes, but I would say like maybe 2024 it was better than
Yeah.
2025, just a little bit, like
Market condition.
yeah,
I
market
gotcha.
condition. You know, like a lot of things was happening
For sure.
last year and this year.
For sure.
Yeah, but in general, I cannot complain. I'm very blessed that I have those people around me that support me, giving me business, and I was able to help to deliver what they're looking for.
And I think you said today, even the majority of your business is still through the Arabic community. Is there a specific type of demographic at all within there that you serve the most? Is it like first-time home buyers? Is it investors? Is there anything like that? Or
No,
not really?
actually, it's a mix of everything.
It is.
Sometimes I have first-time home buyers that they needs more, to hold their hands.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have very seasoned buyer they've been selling and buying,
Yep.
and they just like wanted to a bigger house. I have a lot of people that moving from different states. I just put someone under contract yesterday.
Okay.
They're moving from Houston
Nice.
to here. Yeah.
Do you have any preference in working with buyers and sellers? I'm sure you work with both, right?
I work with both.
Yeah.
Yes, I work with both. I know that a lot of Asians complain when they're working with buyers
Yeah.
because it's a driving, going around. For me, I enjoy it, to be honest with you, because
You get to find their house and paint the vision, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also my previous experience with my dad helped me a lot in this, because sometimes we enter a house and there is a small things that they don't like. Maybe they feel like it's not open
Yeah.
enough. So this is when I start, creating.
development brain kicks in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This wall is not supportive wall. You can take this out if
Yeah.
you want it like to open the space.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know that you can move this island to here to do it like the way that you're looking for? So that's why I like it.
Yeah.
No,
that's smart.
Yeah, and also
That's another added value that, of course, a good agent should provide is having that vision to see through the challenge that might be right in front of their face, so they can see what's available.
yeah,
what's
and sometimes
possible.
I connect them with the contractor. We meet with the contractor at the house because some of the houses need update or renovation.
Sure.
So to give them like a whole picture about how much it's gonna cost them, everything, so they are 100% sure that this is the house we wanted to move in.
Get it? Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. What's your favorite part about being a realtor?
Just helping people have this connection, because besides work, I always build, new friendship. So right now, like I know a lot of people here. Yeah. So that's make me feel like, surrounded. I have, a lot of people here. They know me. They trust me. And every day I build a new relationship.
No doubt. And I think that's really the mindset, I think, of most top agents is being able to feel like you're really adding value to a community that you care about. And obviously you do that through real estate. What would you say are the biggest challenge about being a realtor? What has been the biggest frustration for you?
It's so the biggest challenge for every realtor at the beginning is just to earn the trust. Okay, and I did it. Also, in my opinion, is the biggest challenge if you don't really believe in yourself or you are not surrounded with the good people. So that will take you down. I didn't have this, thanks God, because of my, like, I have the support from my family, my parents, my sister, her husband, my brothers. So they are surrounding me.
They all live around here now?
No, only my parents here at the moment. Yeah, but my sister, she's in Europe. She came like every summer. She come to visit.
International family you got going on there.
Yes, right now, yeah. Believe me, we were all in Damascus, and we were like doing great over there. But you know, stuff.
Are you the only one in real estate?
I am. No, I also have my brother. He's in a real estate. Yeah.
Now, did I meet him?
Yes.
He was who you brought to the event, right?
Yes, he was with me at the event. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you guys are in business together, basically, under the same brand, or does he have a separate brand?
So when we started together.
Yeah.
And then later on, we still work together, but also each one of us has their own, like his.
Is his a little bit more on the contracting side, if I remember correctly? Does he involve with like
investors? A lot
works a lot with investors, right?
Yes,
okay.
He likes to work with investors. He likes this challenge, like to find the like the good things, the good flipping. Yes, he like it. Yeah. For me, I like more to find the people where they can call it home. You know,
you want to work with that typical residential retail buyer seller, right? So, what does your vision take you moving forward? When you think about this year, rest of this year, and beyond this, are there certain things that you're excited about that you're pursuing, or what are some of those goals and aspirations when you think about where you want your business to go?
Of course, I wanna to grow my business more. I wanted, like, I'm trying to set up a system where basically I can help anyone who's coming to me, a buyer or a seller, through everything.
Hey guys, just want to take a quick second here during this episode to explain that if you're somebody who would love to work with the top 500 producing agents in Tampa Bay, just like the one that you see right now during this actual interview, all you'd have to do to learn more about that is go to apply, APPLY, TampaBayRealProducers.com, and you'll see an application there to actually apply to become a preferred partner for the top 500 producing agents here in the Tampa Bay market. We work with some of the best lenders, title companies, home inspectors, different industries, 25 different industries represented right now. You can actually see the full list of them at TampaBayRealProducers.com. Click on partners at the top, and you will see all of our existing partners in this particular franchise here locally. So if that interests you and you would love to work more closely with these top producing agents, you can find that application actually right on our website at TampaBayRealProducers.com. But if you want to go directly to the application, just put the words apply, APPLY, and then Tampa Bay Real Producers. We'll put that link as well in the description. Let's go ahead and get back to the episode.
So I wanted to support myself with good partners. Always I'm looking for a very good partner that I can rely on, whether mortgage people, inspector, home insurance companies. Yep. So my goal is to be like one-stop shop for real estate, basically, to be able to build this kind of company that's we will take care, we will move you smoothly throughout the transactions. You don't really need to worry about all this. Yeah. So this is what I'm looking for. And at the same time, also one of my goals that I wanted to, I started, and I'm focusing more on this year to educate people. So specifically
educate homeowners.
Yeah, educate homeowners, educate buyer or whether buyer or seller about like the small things that they, like through I'm doing some videos online to educate them. Yeah. And most of the time I focus on Arabic videos. To try to explain some words, sometimes some words in real estate, some expressions, or small things that you can avoid.
For sure.
Yeah,
and position
save
yourself
money.
As an expert there.
Exactly.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Exactly.
We teach that all the time as part of our online community called Top Producers Nation. Yeah. So we try to help agents first identify who that audience is, which you've done with your Arabic community, and then create content that speaks directly to them and adding value to them in specific ways, which education is the most common way to do that, right? And once you have some of those funnels in place and those tools in place, then more and more people will raise their hand and say, oh, I want to learn from her. She's somebody who I think I view now as an authority in this space. And ultimately, that's what top branders do. So it makes a lot of sense. You're following the same philosophies there, Rima. I love it.
Trying.
I love it. I love it. All right. So if you were to share one best tip, piece of advice for an up-and-coming agent who wants to get off to a fast start like you did, you might not recognize it, but to do 12 deals even in your first year, I don't know what the dollar value was of there, but it sounds like you had a pretty good start compared to your typical agent that usually takes a while if they ever get any traction in the business. What would be like one thing you would share that you would recommend an agent to lean into and help them get traction, get off the ground?
So actually, in my opinion, the most two important things any agent has to focus on from the beginning is the first, be honest. Yep. And this is where I am basically.
Your word is your brand, right?
Exactly. Like I'm not afraid to tell the truth. So even if I see a defect, even if it's gonna cost me to lose the transaction, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, like I prefer to point it, to show it. Even if they decide like, okay, we're going to cancel the transaction. Okay, it's fine. We can look for something else. I prefer that. I always tell people that I want you when you go back home and I come across your mind, you always smile and remember me like, oh, she did a good job with that.
She treated me right.
Exactly. So that's my thing. So I always focus on this. I always focus that no matter what, I'm going to point everything. Good, bad, whatever, I'm going to put it on the table.
Lay all the cards out.
Exactly.
Let them make their decisions.
Exactly. Because I lost a couple of transactions from this, but for me...
At least you can sleep at night.
Exactly. And
knowing
for
that
me,
you did the
it
right
doesn't...
thing.
Like, if basically... If they're going to end up buying something, I know that they're going to end up buying with me.
Right.
So... let's point it like
the worst thing you could do is try to hide something thinking that you don't want to lose the deal.
Exactly.
And then it comes back to bite them 8 months later and they're like, why didn't you tell us about this? Right.
Yeah.
So,
and believe me, those people that I just put them under contract yesterday, that's coming from Houston, those were referred from previous customers and friends now.
Yeah.
And those people told me that my friends told them, work with Rima because she's gonna buy you a house like she's buying the house for herself.
Right, that's key.
Yeah, so
I love that.
Yeah, I love it. Like when I heard it, oh wow, this is nice.
That's the message that I want. That's something that you put in a marketing ad right there. Get a testimonial about that quote, right? That's what you want. All right, couple rapid fire questions just for people to get to know you a little bit more. What are your favorite things to do, hobbies, interests when you're not chasing real estate deals? What do you get passionate about?
I love traveling.
Okay,
yeah, I love to go to new places, going to different cities. I travel to most of Europe's country, I would say.
Do you have a favorite city you've been to?
Prague.
Prague?
Yeah.
I've actually been there myself. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. It is like, even though I wasn't really excited about it at the beginning, but when you go there, you fell in love with it. You know?
I can see that too. I was there for about a week, and it's one of the only cities that wasn't destroyed during the war. And so a lot of the architecture there is still from like the 1100s, and it's old, and it just feels like you're back in time when you walk through the streets.
It has its own charm.
It does. Yeah, I completely agree. I enjoyed it there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I love to travel. Whenever I have any time, any off, like I like even sometimes like just to spend a day or two going to Miami, drive to somewhere. Yeah. So I like it. I do.
And you have how many children you said?
I have two.
You have two? And how old are they now?
Omar and Julia.
Okay.
Omar, he's 11.
Okay.
And Julia, she's 10.
Oh, look at you. They're pretty close in age.
Yeah, tomorrow her graduation from elementary.
Oh, very exciting. This is an exciting time of year.
Yes,
no doubt. I actually have a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old at home too as part of our crew. So
nice.
I can relate to the age demographic that you're working with there for sure.
This is your youngest?
No, my oldest actually, she turned 12 this year.
Oh, wow.
And then I have an older son who just will turn 11 in July. And then I have a younger son and then 3 other daughters.
Oh,
So,
so
they're all
your
young.
hands
Our
are
youngest
full.
is 1. Yeah, our oldest is 12, our youngest is 1, and we have 6 in that span. So it's a lot to handle, but my wife is a warrior. What can I say?
Okay, that's good. That's good because
handles it
kids
well.
need a lot of attention.
They do.
And this is also like a nice when I thought about real estate. That I will have this somehow kind of freedom in the
If you build it into your schedule, you can.
flexibility. Yeah, but still, like a lot of there is this misassumption about real estate that hey, a realtor does not have a
life, right?
Does not have a schedule,
Right.
which is totally wrong. Sometimes
Totally.
you're working more than 8 hours per day, like or more than full time.
Totally.
Actually, yeah, but
You
still,
get to create and craft your schedule, which is one of the beautiful things about it. But if you're not working, on your disciplined schedule, then the business basically falls apart from that
exactly.
standpoint.
I
So-
remember when I first started in real estate, I was attending a class, and I remember the instructor was telling us that if you think that in real estate you don't have a schedule, so that means you don't have work.
Yeah.
So you have to have a schedule. You have to
Totally.
have like a time, working time.
Totally.
So yeah,
Without a doubt.
yeah. So.
What's your favorite TV show or movie?
Our TV show or movie. Lately, I am obsessed in watching on Netflix, like Selling New York, Selling Kings.
Oh, you're into that, huh? Okay.
Like
So you like those reality shows
exactly
that are real
like
estate related?
with Serhant, what he's doing. So yes.
Have you seen on YouTube? You know who Grant Cardone is? Mm-hmm. So he has a YouTube show now called Real Estate Kings, and he actually was just recently here in Tampa, and so he has a 45-minute episode of him in this market. And it's funny because a couple of the agents that we've had on this show were on that show with him.
Wow.
And he's basically interviewing agents who are bringing him property and whatnot. So it's worth checking out. And he has one now he just released in Houston. I guess he's going to different major markets all throughout the country and creating shows about it.
That's nice.
But you'd probably find that fascinating if you're into that reality TV stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Lately, I was like so obsessed about it, like and also like seeing what other Asians are doing. It's different. Each so the nice things I feel here in the United States because each city or each state has a different and unique signature in building. What is common here is not the same.
We got the beer can building downtown.
Exactly.
That's our thing.
Yeah. So
St. Pete's got the pier, right?
Uh-huh.
No, I that makes sense. Obviously, New York City has a lot of them, but each major one does have something that should give it its trademark.
Exactly. So something different than what we have here. Yeah.
That's kind of one of the nice things about just real estate in general is it's so tangible. It's something you can see and walk through and touch. And, obviously there's a lot of different ways for people to make money nowadays with digital marketing and everything to do. But there is something kind of just authentic and real about buildings and property and that you can enjoy and even the aesthetics of it, right? So do you have a favorite book or TV show or movie, or we already asked about the movie, but do you have a favorite like author, book, anybody that you've ever read from, or even a seminar you've attended that you feel like made an impact on you?
There's no specific one. Usually I like what motivate you, like a motivation book, something that give you new ideas, how to push yourself more. So this kind of things.
Self-development, just get into the next level. Have you ever attended any like Tony Robbins events or things of that nature?
No, not yet.
Okay. You would enjoy it if you're into that.
Oh, really?
That's his whole thing is about next level belief and getting your business and yourself to kind of that next level of achievement.
Oh, that's nice.
So
I have to.
it's worth a shot. They're not very expensive either. I think his initial events are like $500, something like that. So nothing too crazy. But
That's
you have to
nice.
be high energy. That he gets you
I
fired
guess-
up.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's a next
nice.
level experience as far as that goes.
I had the pleasure, like a couple of times, I was invited by Keller Williams to their ball, and so it's nice to surround with the good people.
For sure.
It's really nice.
How do you like with Home Smart? Is that a pretty good family feel? Is it a team? What's the team like over there?
So as I told you before, for a team, we have like I told you, me and my family as a team.
Oh, so Home Smart is your brand.
No. Home Smart is the brokerage.
It is the brokerage, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how many agents are a part of that, or?
No, I don't know
Okay.
exactly. I know that there is an office here in Tampa, one in Orlando, one in Sarasota, and they operate in a different state.
Got it.
Yeah, but I don't know in total how many. I know that I am one of the top 5% of the
Nice.
company.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. But I don't know
Do you
actually.
guys do like any sort of annual events
Yes,
or anything
yes.
with
I meet
HomeSmart?
them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
meet them at the annual event.
Yeah.
It was like 2 months ago, in March actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in Sarasota, and like they will give recognitions, awards,
Yep.
these kind of things.
Just like we did. There you
Exactly, exactly.
All right, so we're gonna put a bow on the episode for you, so we can get you out on time as well. But I always like to ask what I call our legacy question, just to get you to think about that time. So hopefully, many years from now, when you're sitting on that rocking chair and thinking about what would be most important for you in terms of what you'd want to be most remembered for, what you'd want your legacy to mean. What are some thoughts that come to mind for you that you think would be most important, personally or professionally, in terms of what you'd want that legacy to look like for yourself?
I always like to be known as a successful woman, and also a trustful one. So that's why I always dream big. I like it. I like. Sometimes at sometimes of my time, I'm sorry, at some point of my life, like going through divorce, instability, uncertainty, what's going on. So I was afraid. I didn't have self confidence enough.
Sure.
But I was surrounded with the good people. This is the key point that I keep telling everybody. So they have me believe in myself again, that yes, I can do it. So I always even teach my kids that you have to be successful. You have to put your bar really up and work hard for it. Like, okay, so I always try to put my goals really high, and then try my best. Like, even if I push myself, I work harder, I work longer hours, it's okay, because you have to take advantage. Right now, I'm healthy, I have time, I have the effort. So take advantage of this,
Right.
because you never know what's
You
going to
never
happen.
know when that can change.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I always tell people, like, we were like have a very stable life in Syria. I was successful at that time. I had my own business, and then everything changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, here even like when Corona hit, like nobody can imagine what sometimes some stuff happened during
Totally.
the life. Yeah, so take advantage at the moment. Don't say, "Oh, okay, I'm tired now," or "It's enough." It's enough for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the
I
same,
think the key point too you mentioned was like surround yourself with good people. They are
Yes.
going to support those dreams and aspirations that you can lean on when things are tough. So yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So I always wanted to be remembered as a successful one, as someone who take care of the others people. I always like have this in my mind, and hopefully I can do something like I always pray that I can do open. I'm always be part of the charity, helping others. So even back home in Syria. So I always in my mind I wanted to do something that will, after I die, there is something giving to other people.
Yeah,
you know?
legacy from that
Yeah.
standpoint. Is there a particular organization that you're passionate about locally or?
So here, so back home in Syria, we were helping kids. Back home in Syria, the school are free. The
Yeah.
public school are free,
Yeah.
but still, not all people send their kids to school to educate them, or basically they cannot afford to buy them books. Sometimes they cannot afford them to buy them, clothes for the school. So back home in Syria, I was part of a charity that basically we go to the schools and we see who drop their kids and go back and help them and reinstate them in the schools, and you start here in the United States. So I'm part of a charity that started to help at the beginning the refugee that are coming from war.
Yeah.
So from Syria,
That was
Iraq,
a huge need.
exactly.
For sure.
Syria, Iraq, Yemen, a lot of this country that there is a refugee here. So we were trying.
Do you know a agent by the name of Cezanne Powers? Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
We've had her on the show.
Yes.
And
I
she's
had
from
the pleasure,
Iraq.
Yeah, I had the pleasure to meet her.
You
actually.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I
'cause
know
she has a
helped.
similar story in terms of growing up in a war-torn country. Obviously, I think her parents and family were refugees, if I remember correctly.
I know that she moved here when she was 5 years old,
She
something
did.
like this. Yeah.
I believe her family, from the episode we talked about it, where I think they were refugees in Turkey initially, and then they made their way to the States eventually. But yeah, it's a pretty powerful story as well.
Yes, because those refugees, sometimes they really need help here.
For sure.
They're lost.
Totally.
Yeah. So we have this organization here. We try to help them. And now the organization extend a little bit to help all women's, basically, that maybe suffers in a circumstances, not only refugees, some of them being through divorce or lost her husband. So she needs to learn how to stand on her feet. So this, in the future, I don't know yet. I don't have a full image what I wanted to have my own charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a full image yet.
That could evolve, though. Who knows?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know
Right.
if I can do something here that will help my people over there. I will help rebuild Syria again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it starts with the thought, right? So at least the intention is there. And
Exactly.
if it's meant to be, the doors will be opened, and we'll see where that might lead. But again, congratulations on your success as a top
Thank
producer
you.
in our
Thank
market.
you.
It's great to have you here in the studio. If anybody wanted to follow up in any way, Rima, and connect with you, whether it's buyers, sellers, who knows who comes across this content on YouTube or anywhere else, what's the best way for someone to reach you?
So the best way to reach me is through my cell phone. It's always on 24/7. I try my best, but still I have time for my family. You can call me on my cell phone, 617-755-2421. I wanted to take this opportunity to basically, to be honest with you, to thank you for this. When I first received your emails about this, I didn't really know what is it about, so I did some research.
Sure. Get to check us out.
Exactly. Who's this people are connecting with me? And then I check the magazine. I check, this is interesting. And I really wanted to thank you for all this effort, because it's giving for me, it's motivate me more, I'm doing good. There's people recognize me. So I have to keep it up. Now I feel like I have more on my shoulder.
Now you got a reputation to uphold.
Exactly. So I have to keep doing what I'm doing, or even better. So I will stay connected. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yes.
Well, I have no doubt that you will, and I look forward to hopefully having you back on the show when you're talking about doing 50 million a year, and who knows where it goes from there, and helping out this more Syrian community and the Arabic community. But we'll end our episode the way we always do, which is a challenge to the audience. So whether you're watching live through any of our YouTube channels or Facebook, or you're listening in on any of your favorite podcast platforms, what is one action step that you can take from our conversation today with Rima that would allow you to propel yourself forward personally or professionally? It could literally be just picking up a little topic about how she chose to focus in on her Arabic roots and community, and everything that she's had success with has really stemmed from that decision, right? And what is your community? What's that niche for you that you can serve at a high level because you genuinely care about that area, instead of trying to serve just anybody and everybody? Identify who it is that you really want to be able to serve at the highest levels. And if you need any help with that, check us out at topproducersnation.com, and we'll be able to have a call with you to kind of dig in a little deeper about how to clarify that for you, if that's something you need help with. But you can follow us there. We have online coaching, we have online consulting, we have an online community that you can join for free that includes weekly training calls with top producers like Rima, to be able to share best practices and help you grow your business as a top producer. So we will check you out and see you in our community, and see you on our next episode of the Top Producers Nation podcast. See you later.